blossoming tree. We're a little quail. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to watch the last video if you love making things and baking things, because this is the Impromptu Life with Artettina. I'm Artettina. And we did pink apple pie in the last video. So if you're kind of a pie maker or like to bake things once in a while or cook once in a while, you might find that to be a fun and interesting video. This video, we are of course going to be painting the white raven with the white roses. Now these white roses are actually a vine rose. They're in front of the house, so they are not the size they would be. I wanted roses a certain size. This raven actually looks more like a crow to me, but they're both the corvid family, so there's that. This is the gold paint that I'm using, even though I dabbled it out and put it into our container here. And I did put a little bit of extender in the paint, which wasn't necessary. I just wanted to see what it would do. So I did need to do 3 layers of the gold paint. I do have the warm undertones of red because you usually can get away with 2 layers of gold paint with warm undertones. Plus it just changes the look a little bit. But I decided to go with the 3. I think because I thinned out the paint a little bit, and I like it really gold, and you'll see that in some of the last clips. And I am also just showing different clips of me painting in real time here. Sometimes, when we do the videos, we speed them up, right? And I think people think it doesn't take long to paint this particular style. It does actually take a while to paint, and so I kind of thought it would be fun. And plus you're still seeing the stages and you're still seeing what I'm doing and what I'm working on. So it's not like you're being left out on anything, but you didn't have to sit here and watch the paint dry, quite literally, and watch the different stages. You just didn't need to do that. But I'm showing you the important stuff here and there, just kind of getting to see it transpire. And this is where I had actually decided, especially once I started putting the colors on, of the raven, that wow, this would have looked really cool, just red and gold, the red impressions of flowers, and the subject, the raven, being the realism in the painted subject. Now to get this black, this is a warm black. This is actually a very dark blue mixed with a red, the same red that I used as the background. And this makes a very deep and beautiful black. So if you wanted to use a cool black, you would have just kept it the blue or mixed a blue in with the black to cool it down or to make it a different black. But I like warm blacks, and that the whole point with the red background was that I wanted it to have more of a warm feeling because I was doing the white roses. And I still think it came out cooler than I was expecting, and I almost painted the flowers with a thin layer of magenta over the whites, like a wash, if you will, but I decided not to because I wanted the flowers to be white. But I got so used to looking at these colors, these beautiful colors of the impression of the rose bush behind the raven, that by the time I was done, as much as I loved it, I was like, man, I really feel like I need to do one of these where the impression of the flowers is still left behind, but it's just the red, gold, and subject, the raven. Or I want to do some hummingbirds of these too. So it would be maybe some red, gold, and the hummingbird. I haven't decided. I know I've done red, gold, and birds before, but not necessarily with the floral design behind the gold. It's usually the gold that is the object, or yeah, the design, right? So I really liked this. So yeah, I decided I'm stuck with my original plan, which was to have this as the rose bushes because they're so beautiful in front of the house and in front of where I'm staying. So I decided to do that. So we've got everything basically done with our first layers, and I don't know if you kind of saw that clip jump. The flowers got their details, and you can see where the warmth's coming through the gold, but I wanted to do another layer of gold, so we're going to do that. we're going to finish up and do another layer of gold. And then even, before we do that, I am bringing more sun into the leaves. And what I mean is in this part, I'm just kind of still going with some of the details in the leaves and the coloring of the leaves, like what colors I want. And remember, with acrylics, this is with acrylics, not oils on this particular one. And you can always go over with a layer of oil over acrylics if you want. But I'm painting knowing that the acrylics, when they dry, will dry darker. Keep that in mind. And so we will wait for them to dry, and I will see the colors again. I go in and I'm going to add some details, some leaf shape on the details. And again, I'm skipping ahead because this is time consuming, but I wanted to do it in the timing that you can see how much time it takes. And we're going to cut that down into less than 10 minutes, guys. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do it. But you get the idea and the different stages of how you would create something like this. I also want you to note, look at the crow's chest. I made sure that the flower and the leaves were reflecting some of their colors back onto the object. That kind of helps all the objects in your painting to tie them together. Either that or you have to have a main color that's do I want to say theme, that's going to make the whole painting flow, and you make sure that color is in every piece, in every paint. So the greens will have a little bit of that color, whites will have a little bit of that color. Instead, I did more of a reflection technique in this one, but that's the other way of doing it, is just making sure you have a dominant color, and that color is in all the other colors. And then just the most important thing, as always, is your values. Your values and your shapes are what makes your reality kind of pop out. Here I am actually coming back with a lemon yellow, and I can see how I've already done it on some of the rose bush and some of the leaves, and I'm getting the leaves to be hit more, or to look like they've been hit a little bit more by the sunshine, to color the image up a little bit more. And then I don't know if it was at this point that I thought, okay, I definitely need a third layer of gold, because I love the warm coming through, but I also really wanted a shiny metal effect. And I think when I do the two ones, when I do a red, gold, and raven, rather than painting the roses, when I would do the red floral design and the raven, which I feel like has been done before, but it is such a beautiful look, then I will most likely be doing as gold as I can. And so we're going to come in with a third layer of gold to just, do I want to say metal that up? How would you even say it? I just wanted more gold. I didn't want to see so much warm or red coming through, and I don't necessarily like always seeing the gold brush strokes, but you can kind of see the warmth, and I decided to go golder than warm. So we see the final is right here, and it looks amazing. It's fantastic. I did decide to not do the magenta. It's signed and fingerprinted, and it's all ready to go. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Do leave comments. What do you think of these latest projects? I am starting on another one right now. We got the gold and the red. I might keep the red looking like a red on this one and just paint the raven, because I don't want it to look unfinished, but I do love that look, even though that's not the original plan. Maybe I'll do the third one that way, and then I'll just do, we'll see. I'll get the raven painted, and then I'll rethink about it. But I like the red with the gold, so it's very royal looking. Anyway, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video. Probably do another painting video. I might have a couple more of those coming up, and soon we will also be doing the property videos of all the other fun things. Welcome to the impromptu life, because this is an impromptu life.